Tinubu's government issues another warning to NLC. EFCC recovered 60 billion naira in 100 days, says Olukoyede. DSA's operative take over court as Kanu's trial resumes. Serap sues governors, Wike over missing 40 trillion naira LG allocations. I am ready to return to Nigeria because of Sunday Igboho. Iwobi can never be like Okocha. These are the headlines for the national news from BGI Television. I am Morire Rabila Lawal. The news in detail. The presidency again warned the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC and Salme not to embark on a two-day nationwide strike against the rising cost of living in the country. The special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Mr. Bayo Ononuga, handed down the warning. He said there might be possible hijack of position, arguing that it could worsen the deterioration situation. The NLC President Joe Ajaero had insisted in a statement on Sunday that the protest would be held on Tuesday and Wednesday as planned. On February 16, the NLC announced the nationwide protest scheduled for Tuesday and Wednesday over the alleged government failure to implement agreement reached between both parties on October 2, 2023, following the removal of fuel subsidy. The decision followed the conclusion of a 14-day ultimatum issued to the federal government to implement measures against widespread hardship. The chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Mr. Ola Olukoyede, says in less than 100 days of assumption of office, anti-graft agency received over 5,000 fraud petitions and recovered 60 billion naira loot. Of the 5,000 petitions, they said the EFCC had approved 3,000 for investigation. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu appointed Olukoyede as EFCC chairman on October 12, 2023. He replaced Abdurrashid Bawa, an appointee of ex-President Muhammad Buhari, who was suspended, detained and booted out of office by Tinubu. Olukoyede speaking on Saturday in Lagos as a guest lecturer at the 20th anniversary lecture of the Human and Environmental Development Agenda Resources Center said the EFCC has recovered over 60 billion naira and $10 million in less than 4 months since he assumed office. How much will the ICPC do with 8 staff strength? I have less than 4,800 staff. I am talking of an agency that is serving people who are over 150 million. Operative of the Department of State and Service beef up security inside and outside the Federal High Court in Abuja, as court is expected to commence the trial of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The matter was suspended after the Court of Appeal discharged and acquitted Kanu in October 2022. The appellate court had also declared illegal and unlawful the abduction of Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria and quashed the terrorism charges against him by the federal government. However, the federal government appealed against the judgment at the Apex Court. The Supreme Court, in its judgment on December 15, 2023, ordered the continuation of the trial of Kanu on terrorism charges. Kanu has been in the DSS detention since June 2021 when he was repatriated from Kenya to Nigeria. Before entering the court premises, journalists, litigants, and court staff were searched at a minimum of 4 checkpoints, starting from the road to the Ministry of Justice. Moving on, the Socio-Economic Right and Accountability Project (SERAP) has filed a lawsuit against Nigeria's governors and the Minister of Federal Capital Territory Abuja, Nyesom Wike, over their failure to account for the alleged missing 40 trillion naira federal allocation meant for local government in the state and FCT. According to a statement on Sunday by SERAP Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare, the suit followed the damning revelations by former President Muhammad Buhari, who in December 2022 stated that if the money from the federal account to the state is about 100 million naira, 50 million naira will be spent to the chairman, but he will sign that he received 100 million naira. The chairman will pocket the balance and share it. It stated that the suit number FHC/ABJ/CS/231/2024 was filed last Friday at the Federal High Court of Abuja. The right group is asking the court to direct and compel the governors to publish details of LGA allocations and actual disbursement of the allocations to local government in their respective states from 1999 to date. And to the next story, the leader of ELW worldwide, the umbrella body of the Yoruba self-determination struggle, Professor Banji Akintoye, has said he intends to return to Nigeria. Adulawo information, and Akintoye has been in self-exile since the incarceration of Yoruba Nation activist Sunday Adeyemo, popularly called Sunday Igboho. However, following Igboho's return to the country last Wednesday, Akintoye declared his intention to bring his exile to an end. He made this known during a reception held in honor of Igboho's late mother, Sarah Adeyemo, which took place at Sekinat Hall, Soccer area in Ibadan, Yoyo State capital. Akintoye announced this through his spokesman, Gani Alagbala, who came from the United States of America. In his remarks, Igboho alleged that some anti-democratic forces were plotting to destroy democracy in Nigeria. He also accused the immediate past president, Muhammadu Buhari, of allegedly laying landmines for Tinubu's administration through dismal management of foreign exchange, failure to tame the menace of farmers and herders clashes, and insecurity that have participated in the current hardship being faced by the masses. The president of the Association of Bureau de Change of Nigeria, Aminu Gwedebi, has said the members of the association would consider marches if the proposed guidelines for the operations go into effect. The Central Bank of Nigeria, in the draft paper titled Revised Regulatory and Supervisory Guidelines for Bureau de Change Operations in Nigeria on Friday, proposed an increase in the share capital of Bureau de Change operators to 2 billion naira and 500 million naira for Tier 1 and Tier 2 licenses, respectively. The currency operators were previously charged 35 million naira for a general license. Also, the Apex Bank would be mandating BDC license holders to make caution deposit of 200 million naira and 50 million naira for Tier 1 and Tier 2 respectively. According to the APCON president, the proposed cautionary deposit is not global practice, neither are BDCs engaging in deposit-taking operations. And to the next story. There is an information at least one person lost his life during an attack by a clutch of bandits on Aguare in Okiogun area of Oyo State. The bandits who, with deadly weapons, attacked the sleepy agrarian community on Saturday night. A local source disclosed, adding that a silent escaped into the thick forest after the attack. Chairman of Atisbo local government area of the state, Mr. Adiago Ademola, confirmed the incident. He said he dashed to the scene of the attack with a security operative. Immediately, he was informed, but the bandit had already left the place. Immediately, I got a call. I rushed to the scene with some security agents. On getting there, a man has been killed and the bandits have escaped. It is very shocking that there could be a security breach here. We are still investigating the issue. At Irawo, about 180 kilometers, we share boundary with Benin Republic. One measures put in place to prevent a recurrence. He said that both the conventional and local security agents had been mobilized. Moving on to the next story. Yoruba element in Kwara states ruining the absence of a visible leader who will glue them to their kin and kith in the southwest geopolitical zone of the country. Already, the Yoruba in the state no longer attend the meetings and functions of Egba Fenifere, a Yoruba socio-cultural organization that unites the ethnic group spread across 9 states of the Federation. Fenifere was formed as a socio-cultural organization for the Yoruba in Nigeria, with the late Abra Amadi Soya as its leader and late Bola Ige as its deputy. When the defunct Alliance for Democracy AD political party was formed in 1998, it took the Fenifere agenda as its official manifesto. Some leaders of thought within the group in Kwara, under conditions of anonymity, said Fenifere had long gone into extinction due to the alleged absence of a visible leader who would form a rallying point for the people. Finally, sports. Former Super Eagles striker Yakubu has knocked the comparison of Alex Iwobi's playing style with his uncle JJ Okocha. The Fulham midfielder has drawn comparison with the coach since he opted to play for Nigeria on international scene, with his performances attracting harsh criticisms. On Saturday, Iwobi scored a dramatic late goal in the Premier League to give Fulham a 2-1 win against Manchester United, taking his league tally to 4 goals in 8 appearances this season. Yakubu was full of praise for Iwobi, but he established that the 27-year-old can't match Okocha's skills. Alex Iwobi would never be like JJ Okocha. They need to understand and stop comparing Iwobi to JJ Okocha, Yakubu said on his own podcast. Alex Iwobi can run, from London to Nigeria. JJ Okocha cannot run, but he has the skills and is very, very talented. With the sports story, we've come to the end of today's national news. Before we go, some headlines. Tinubu's government issues another warning to NLC. EFCC recovered 60 billion naira in 100 days, says Olukoyede. DSS operative take over court as Kano's trials resumes. Serap sues governors Wike over missing 40 trillion naira LG allocations. On sports, Iwobi can never be like JJ Okocha, Yakubu Ayubeni speaks. For updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is Bababagiri Imo Television. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagiri Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. Thank you for watching. I am Muriri Rabida Lawan.
Audio Jungle.